Oh.
Shadows in the night under the starlit skies. Rebels in the moonlight, wandering souls, born to raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paperati rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. Legends of the South, tales of old, legends of the whiskey road, stories untold, leather and steel, guns ablaze, riding on through the darkest day. Outlaws of the shadows, lost in time, born to raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paperati rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. On my fulfill and the paperati run through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. A fight. Rebels who raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paperati rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. The fight. The fight. Lord to fight. The fight.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's an intro song.
You know, there's a fun fact about that song's recording that people don't know.
What's that?
That the paperati was actually the one playing the drums.
She was. She was. And she like headbangs. Like, I mean, it's just, she's, you know, heads bobbing all over the place.
She was doing it with her tail.
She doesn't have a tail.
Well, she has no thumbs
because she droned it off so hard.
She's like the Def Leppard drummer.
Hey, Sue Bear.
She has a stump. She has a stump. Hey, it's Sue Bear.
Well, here's the thing. Do you know how he relearned to play the drums?
I do not.
Well, after the accident where he lost his arm, he was devastated. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yep.
So he's at home. His wife brought home Chinese takeout, and he's got a chopstick in his hand, and he's just tapping it to the beat of a song, and he's keeping up with it. She's like, "You still have a good arm. You can still do this." He realizes it and starts looking into electronic drum sets.
Right.
And that's where he learned, wait a minute, I could still drum, calls the band together and says, look, I can still do this. Shows them, blows their mind. Now,
yeah, I've always respected them for keeping him.
Like, they wanted to keep him. He was the one who was going to leave.
Right.
But because of him relearning to play the drums with the electric drum set and overcoming his own limitation, he's now worked with charity groups to teach people of who have lost their arms or their hands how to replay instruments.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And who says metalheads aren't fucking awesome and kind?
Yeah. Yeah. So how's the rest of the panel?
I'm alive, apparently.
All good here.
After that bloody landing, I'm surprised to be alive.
I
But
still have possession of the Z.
Cool.
yeah, the computers took over me. I've been possessed by a bunch of Cylons.
All right, man.
Touche still has possession of Glenn.
Oh,
Oh man, that's low.
poor Touche.
He keeps the skunk away.
Is it really keeping him away when he's challenging him to a BO contest?
Well, even the skunk's like, oh God, not that.
I live rural, so he keeps the skunk away, and he scares the coyote.
In fairness, Griffey, I did find a way that I can read the chat, but it then caused like massive issues with possession and Cylons and stuff. I might as well just change myself to a Cylon right now because I'm basically one of them at this point.
Is that because you're moist?
Very moist. That's
Moist.
Oh, fuck's it. That's going to get clipped now as well, isn't it?
Moist.
Bollocks.
Well, be thankful he's not hitting the button anymore.
Moist.
Yeah, well, he could be. He could be tapping the button. We don't know what he's doing with his camera.
Mark the sarcastic Terminator.
Or like the can opener. Hey, get your shiny little ass over here and open my beer.
Look,
Well,
I'm
we
not
have
sticking another beer bottle in my can opener.
we have a new thing that we're going to do tonight on our show, which is Monday somewhere in Australia.
Can we confirm that it's Monday in Australia?
Griffey, is it Monday in Australia? Please confirm. We're going to play soft sit bingo. And so NCR posted a link to the webpage for the bingo cards. So everybody go out, get your own bingo card.
I just reposted it.
Yes, just reposted it. I believe they are different for each individual. I believe that is correct. So when you get a bingo, you need to call it a bingo and you need to say the squares that you got so we can confirm that it is in fact a bingo. And what do they win, Gia, if they get a bingo? And Gia's muted. They don't win a goddamn thing, just the pleasure of being correct.
Well,
No,
actually,
they win Boston for 24 hours.
Win Parson for 24 hours. Okay, I didn't know we were giving Parson away, but okay.
well, I
Why
did
not? We
reach out
gave
to some
Parsons away
sponsors.
last night.
I did actually reach out to some of my sponsors to see if they would be willing to give out any free items.
And were they?
I did get some responses. I have 3 prizes that we can give away. There is one from Woody's Wood Chipper Emporium. Get a free tarp with every rental. A $50 gift certificate to Holy Smoke Barbecue. Valid only on days ending on G. I don't know why.
Do you see that message?
Yes, I do. I just copied the link that I got from Discord to put it out there. I don't know why.
Okay.
They're all the same. I apologize, but I just copied the link. I'll recopy the link from our Discord and post it again and see if it changes it up.
Hold on. Let's see if I can.
Apparently, you click the main menu link at the bottom.
Try that one. Look at private chat.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
I didn't get any messages.
No, try our private chat.
Oh, okay.
NCR does tech.
Shut up. Shut up, Mark.
Here, I got it.
I got it. I just posted it.
Oh, there you go.
Look, man, I've been up early. I work, okay?
Yeah, that's what she said. Didn't work for her either.
Mark, I will send you to Mandy. Your shiny robotic frame, she will definitely love you.
Apparently, I will perform a striptease off camera. Otherwise, on camera, if we reach our goal, which apparently is 10 super chats.
Excuse me?
If you think that's good, you should see my forearm guns. They vibrate.
Excuse me?
Also, the last prize I have gotten for my sponsors is a $25 gift card to Becca's House of Secrets.
Ooh.
And remember, at Becca's House of Secrets, your fantasy is our secret.
Ooh. That might be worth it.
I do need some disciples. Oh, discipline. Sorry, I totally misread that.
Oh, don't worry. I'll pay for that one, Mark. I will pay for that one for this.
Yeah, Mark needs to be yelled at more today.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Would
Probably.
Brother.
be willing to
Oh.
offer a session if Mark wins.
Brother.
Pro bono. Or in
Yeah,
this
that's
case,
interesting.
pro robo.
Okay, are we done with the sponsorship?
Yes.
Okay,
Let's play some bingo.
let's play some bingo. This comes from Cop Action on Cam channel.
Good, how are you? You got your license, registration, insurance? Thank you very much. Okay, you can't drive on this, you know that? Okay. International driver's license isn't a thing. Okay.
International
You have the
driver's
registration for the
license.
car now. You don't have it on you? Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, I mean, the woman yesterday.
Are you
didn't
like
have her
government or
clothes on,
something, or just? No, I understand. You can be traveling. I get that, but like, you still need to. At some
Right to
point,
travel.
You can't just travel across the country for years and years and years and never get a driver's license. So where are you a resident of? Is this like a sovereign citizen type thing?
He called it.
Okay. Well, you can't travel. You can't just be driving around for years and years with this. You like if you're visiting, you got like a certain like a reasonable amount of time, obviously, but you can't just be whipping whatever. Where'd you get the tag from? Yeah, but where'd you get
Private
it
plate, if you have it, we'll count that as private
Private
plate.
plate is not a thing, my man. Is this
Private
car
plate.
registered?
You got scammed, mate.
You paid for garbage.
Okay, it doesn't matter if there's contracts or not. In the state of Florida, I'm not going to sit here and play the semantics game of the sovereign citizen, whatever, back and forth. No. I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying. But right now, this car isn't registered. It can't be on the road in the state of Florida at all. But it's not registered at all, so he can't be driving it, and he hasn't provided insurance.
No registration.
And he doesn't contract with the state of Florida.
Officers ran the man's name in
Contract.
car's VIN. They discovered that the man voluntarily surrendered his driver's license. The car has a Florida registration and had been issued legitimate license plates, but the registration had expired. The officer called his sergeant to the scene in another attempt to get the man to cooperate, but he still won't acknowledge that he is bound by the laws of the state of Florida.
Hey, sir, I'm the sergeant. Can you do me a favor and step out of the vehicle for me, please?
Sergeant.
Okay, here's the deal, though. If you do not step out voluntarily, then we are going to make you get out of the vehicle. One way or the other.
Come on, window smash.
You have done something illegal. You have no valid driver's license, and that tag does not go with this vehicle. So that's why I'm asking you nicely, if you will step out of the vehicle.
Thank you, Touche, for the
So are you not going to step out of the
membership.
vehicle?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you're accusing me of doing something illegal.
It went to Michael
We're going to
Scott.
show you. So I need you to step out of the vehicle, and I'm going to show you
What have I done illegal?
that you do not have a valid driver's license. You surrendered your driver's license.
Right.
Okay.
It's not illegal for me to depend on my driver's license.
Right, but you have to have a driver's license in the state of Florida to be able to drive a car. So if you would, please step out of the vehicle.
I'm not.
Okay.
So you're saying that it's illegal. I'm a non-resident. I'm not a resident. I'm trying to tell you, you're saying that, but there's an exception.
If I go over there and drive, I'm non-resident, but I've still got to have a fucking license and insurance and all the rest of it.
Right. And if I come to the UK and I want to rent a car, I've still got to show my driver's license.
This guy's fucking nuts.
Live out here. If it's temporary,
Stupid hat question.
my permit or
What's that?
Stupid hat question.
What's the question? Does that technically as a count? Yeah, we'll count it as a demand supervisor.
Man, my bingo card sucks.
Well, they're,
Okay, this officer is going to talk to you real quick, but I would really like for you to step out of the vehicle and talk to him.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
How are you?
So will you step out of the vehicle and talk to him, please?
I don't feel comfortable getting out.
Okay.
Sir, can I
One
ask you a
way or
question?
the other, you're going to get out of the vehicle, and we would rather not do it by force and break your windows. We would rather you step
break
out.
the window, break the window.
So the problem with what you're trying to do is you're trying to accuse me of doing something illegal. I was trying to explain to you.
Yes, sir. I'm
Would that
not
count
accusing you of doing
as
something
traffic
unlawful.
infractions?
I'm
or
lawfully
crime?
requesting that you exit the vehicle.
Not yet.
Failing to exit the vehicle is going to mean that you're now resisting me without violence to
That
my
is
person.
not resistance.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes, it is.
if I-
And,
Is
okay,
this-
so
is this
we're,
goes, I
so
don't
we're done.
consent.
Okay.
I'm asking.
All right. So the next,
Not
the
yet.
next thing that we're going to do is
We have another
we're gonna
video,
let-
so
we're
you
going
might
to
get
break
it on the
window.
next video.
We're going to unlock your door and we're going to pull you out of the car. Okay? No.
Yeah, we blocked your car so that you can't
You
leave.
hit my car.
I didn't. I'm
Yes,
just standing
you
right
did.
here.
I felt my car move.
Okay.
You hit my car.
Sir, all the actions that are taking.
Then get out and look at
we're
it.
taking right now.
Yeah, if you
Cicero
don't get out,
says she has a bingo.
Cicero says she has a bingo. Cicero, let us know.
yeah, that was quick. That's what she said.
Let us know what your ones were.
If you could send a screenshot to us via Discord,
Oh, that's good.
I can
Then-
confirm.
Okay. Everyone else, keep playing.
The officer did request that you exit the vehicle. You're failing to comply with that request. And now
They're
you're
going to hit
violating
your vehicle.
the Florida statute that says you have to comply with that. Okay, resisting without violence. And that is what I explained to you earlier.
And that window's
Again,
gonna
I
get
said
smashed.
at the beginning of our interaction that if you would comply with this, it would go a lot
Smashy,
smoother and
smashy.
you'd probably be leaving with a few tickets instead of going to jail. So you still do have a minute to comply with us and exit the vehigle. That doesn't apply. Your beliefs don't apply to Florida state statute.
Oh no, she's just singing.
Oh, got it.
Okay, we have a difference of opinions, and you're gonna be going to jail, and then you're gonna have a court date, so you'll be able to talk to a judge about your beliefs. Okay. We're trying to go the least,
Talk to the judge.
with this.
Yep.
But your actions are escalating.
Phone a friend. I always phone a friend.
I'm just going to confirm your decision that you're not going to exit the vehicle. Is that still your decision?
Why do you want me to exit the vehicle?
Open the door and get out, dummy.
My partner who stopped you wants to
Why
exit
do y'all want me to exit my vehicle?
because you don't have a license to drive the vehicle.
I have an international driver's license. I'm
Doesn't
not a
apply.
resident.
None of that applies. Again,
That doesn't apply.
we're trying to go the least restrictive route with having you exit the vehicle on your own volition, under your own power, without you incurring property damage to your friend's vehicle or your relative's vehicle. And I don't understand why you would choose the other option, which is
But the problem is trying to arrest me on the phone.
I don't want you reaching around. Hey, don't reach around. I don't want you reaching for nothing. Do you understand that? You're going to get a gun in your face if you reach in there.
Sir, I'm telling you right now, you're playing with God. Don't play with me.
Do not reach in there.
The insurance is in my car.
Do not reach for it. Do not reach for it.
Okay, he's extremely hostile, and I want you to stay away from me. You better stay away from me.
Okay.
You guys love killing people of color. It's not going down tonight.
That's not what we're
Oh.
trying to do. Nobody's
I have
trying to
a
do that.
family, and you're gonna
That's
be
why
the
we
blood is
asked
gonna-
you to step out of the
What I'm
car so
giving
that
you,
we
he
could talk
asked
to
me-
you.
Listen, ma'am. They've been here the whole time.
Okay.
He's asking for insurance. I have the insurance right here.
Right here, Reggie. Right here.
I have the insurance right here. And he's
Which
telling me
won't help
that
you.
it's not about insurance.
You're not going to be legal at all.
Okay. So we're trying to make this so that nobody gets hurt. We don't want to get hurt.
It doesn't matter
We
if
don't
you haven't got a
wanna hurt
license.
Ma'am, I
And
don't-
that
Your
is
insurance is
why
gonna
I'm
be
asking
invalid
you
anyway.
to step out of the car. Because we don't know
Step out of the
what's
car for
inside.
what?
We don't know what's inside your car. When you pick up the center console, we don't know what you're reaching for in there.
I mean, you can look.
Well, I can't really see all of it. I can see most of it.
Again, don't
Don't
reach in there.
reach.
Man, he needs to get away from me. So I'm telling you, if he pull a gun on me,
That's
No
why.
one's going around.
That's why I'm asking you to step out of the car. This could have already been over if you would have just stepped out of the car.
well, why do I need to step out of the car
Because
for?
that's what we're asking you to do. And right now you're resisting arrest. You're resisting. It's called resisting officer. You're resisting because we are asking you to step out and you're not. So now once the lieutenant gets here, if he gives us permission to break your window, we will be breaking your window and we will be pulling you out of the car.
For what?
So
You're under arrest. Make no
Because-
mistake about it. You are currently under
Is it?
arrest.
Will this count
Why
as
you gonna arrest me?
challenging
I haven't done
jurisdiction?
nothing illegal.
Nope.
Resisting an officer without violence.
I haven't been
As well
resisting
as-
what?
I'm
because you
explaining
haven't
something to
gotten
you.
out of the car. So
Sir, make no
Okay, so
mistake.
you-
I'm
Okay,
explaining to
okay,
you as
you've
well
already
as
told him. He knows.
Okay.
So either step out of the car willingly or we're going to pull you out by force.
Break the window.
Break
Break
I'm
the
asking you
window.
to step out of the
Break the
Yes. I
break
have asked
the
you
window.
numerous
Okay,
times.
so what is the purpose for? Because I don't have
So what's he talking to?
No one
1-800?
said we're no one said that we're
1-800, I'm a
call me if you're
moron.
dumb.
Hour after the initial stop,
1-800,
the lieutenant
I'm a moron.
arrives to assess the
An
situation.
hour. An
After
hour.
speaking to the man and telling him that he didn't know if he would be arrested, the suspect finally relents and exits his vehicle.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that
Now I
was
got
so
smash
easy.
a
Talk to these guys
That was
over here,
so
over
easy.
here, okay?
Does anyone else have smashing blue balls?
Okay, so why are you arresting me?
Or just
Charlie 10 Johnsons, please. Times
Why are
one.
you arresting me? Why are you arresting me?
You're being arrested because you
I'm
don't
asking a question.
you don't have a
Why
license,
are you-
sir.
So you just lied.
I didn't lie. I
Oh.
told you they were citations. I didn't know they were going to arrest you. I had no
Yes,
idea.
you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Say I did all
These
day
people
Sir, you knew they
have
were
a
gonna
really
arrest
hard
you.
time
All
in
you had
life.
to do was admit to it.
long. You're right. I could have.
Really, really, really.
So this is how you guys operate.
No.
You're okay, but you're
You need a license,
terrorizing
dude.
a law-abiding individual. I haven't committed any crimes.
You're not
All I'm
lying.
saying is I gave
Yes,
them
you
my
have.
identification.
He doesn't have a plate. The car's not registered. He doesn't have a license. He's not law abiding.
Plus, there's more. Jim, what do we win? There's more.
Who hit the back of my car? Because I'm gonna see when I find out. Who hit the back of my car?
I'm gonna sue you.
You call yourself a man doing what you've done? You hit the back of my car?
I didn't grab this car.
Let's get him searched and in a car.
Yeah,
So we don't have no
we're just
scenes.
making sure the cops are good.
No, I mean, who hit the back of my car?
Man,
Because
they don't
you guys
already
literally
hit
hit my
my
car.
car.
We're gonna put you in this car.
Leave the Cosby kids.
We got
Your car is going to a tow yard,
So
bro.
how are you gonna search
Yep.
me when I haven't done anything illegal?
Until
I
you
have
get a
nothing illegal
license.
on me.
You're under arrest. You're under. It's called search incident to arrest.
Stand, please. Sir, why do you stand?
That's as much as I can.
Okay.
Sir,
Why
I
do you
have an
stand?
injured ankle.
I'm
Okay.
injured.
Okay.
My shoulder,
right
my
ankle
legs,
is injured.
No,
My
his ankle so far.
ankle
His ankle
is
so
just
far.
my knee pressure.
So,
Oh man, look at that.
so hang on, let me get this straight.
Wallet.
Right, he can he's got an injured ankle. He can't well, he can't spread his legs.
Can't spread his legs wider because he has an injured ankle.
He can walk and he can drive.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yep.
You know, it's for immoral. That's why you appreciate it. It makes your job easy. It makes you look good, but it really makes your job, what you're doing, it makes you look terrible because you're harassing. What you're doing, you're harassing somebody who has illegal.
Yes, you have.
I don't do anything illegal. Yes.
Just making sure we're on the same page. We're gonna have a conversation.
Your stupid actions have consequences.
What first, feet second?
That helps it. Yeah, it helps if you sit first.
Hi, Clover.
What? Not yet.
Sir, get in the car.
About sitting down first and then
There you go.
swinging your feet in second. That's the easiest way to go.
Yes, sir. There you go.
Can you loosen these handcuffs?
No, sir. Go ahead, get in there.
No, because it's cutting off my circulation. That's why I'm telling you that.
Means of restriction on your hands. We have 2 sets of handcuffs because you do have broad shoulders. Okay. Unfortunately, I know it's not comfortable, but
It's not that. I'm
is
telling you,
going to be
it's
the way
cutting
it
off
is.
my circulation. I have 9-inch wrists. It's cutting off my
The quicker
circulation.
you sit down,
9-inch wrist.
Sir, I'm telling you, it's pinching my circulation.
Okay.
All you need to do is loosen them, and then I'll sit down.
Have a
That's all you
seat.
need to do.
Which one? Which one?
Both of them.
Okay, we're not gonna.
Both
Okay, I can fit an entire finger in your right one or in your left one.
It's pinching the top of my wrist. Okay.
Okay, let me see if I can loosen this one for you a little bit. Okay.
Ew,
All right, and I can fit
his
a finger in this one now.
fingernails.
Okay.
Gross.
All right.
Okay,
Now, like you
guys,
said,
so
you need to be a man.
We're gonna have to try to keep it down some so people.
There you go.
can
We made an
play.
agreement.
Apparently.
You're now
Gross.
contracted. I need you to sit in the car. Okay.
I'm not.
You're not
But
gonna
I'm-
side. Put your foot in the car, please.
Push your foot back.
This is
Oh, thank you.
Whatever that is.
Uh,
Maybe run those initials and see what they stand for.
I'm curious. Yeah. I don't know.
At the time of production, this case is still pending. The suspect missed a court date while out on bail and was recently arrested on a warrant in another Florida county.
Yes.
He is currently
Law-abiding
awaiting
citizen.
trial once again. Thank you for watching this episode of Cop Action on Cam. If you enjoy the videos, please consider liking the video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to see new videos every
Please go visit them, give them a like, a share, and subscribe. Okay, we have another one who I believe should be married off to NCR, but we're not doing that right now.
NCR has like 17 wives now or something.
Yeah, but this one's from Ohio, so it's at least in his wheelhouse.
Oh, within
I
his
refuse
reach.
to pay any alimony.
Hold on. Yeah, call my mom.
Okay.
Okay, but don't. I have a shoulder thing.
I have a shoulder issue.
Because my shoulder is, it will get broken.
Yep.
Call my mom.
Yes. Lots of shoulder issues.
My door.
Okay, hold on.
What's wrong with you? Just grabbing up like that. So full of shit.
Okay. Look, can I lock these so they don't tighten up on you?
Give me my fucking phone. Oh. I have to call my mother.
You aren't going to need it yet.
Okay.
Let's come on.
You never got a plate for the car either, right?
No, and I'm not. It's not
Never got a
registered.
license?
It's not registered. I'm
Same
traveling. Yes, you know that.
Okay.
It's not registered when traveling.
You can't have stuff in the back seat, okay?
This is mine.
Okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
You just can't have it on you. Simple as that. Okay.
So I can't have my debit card either?
Yes, no, I can get everything for you. You just can't have it in
Why
the
can't
back
I have
seat.
my keys?
Because you can't have anything.
Okay, but I don't want you touching my keys.
That's fine, but you can't have it.
Okay, but I need to call my mom so she can come pick me up.
Well, you're not getting picked up. You're in jail.
Okay, but I can still get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need her to come pick me up.
Okay, and we can make that arrangement when it gets
I have
there.
not enjoyed the many choices that Jim and them.
Okay.
No, you need to get the fuck off me.
Okay.
You know goddamn well I ain't in y'all jurisdiction. You just want to fuck with
Jurisdiction.
There you go. Jurisdiction.
What jurisdiction do we have?
I'm not in your jurisdiction.
Are you in the city of Berea?
You're not even supposed to be fucking touching me.
You're in the city of Berea. What's up? Okay.
It's in the windshield. Isn't it? I forget this one.
1606 radio.
They covered the
I
VIN.
have one detained. She's in warrant with us. She's a sovereign citizen. So I'll give you the VIN on the car she's driving. 2 Charlie, 4 Robert, Charlie 1, Barney George, 9 Frank, Robert 6, 4 4, 5 7 6. And if you could start Rich's. Did you guys just pull up? Yeah. Just pull up? What? Just pulled up? Yeah, literally right now. Okay, that's good. I'm dealing with someone. So, you missed the fun by about 2 minutes.
There it
Oh,
is.
shit.
There it is. I knew it was in the window.
I stopped right for.
Yeah, that's not going to get you stopped at all.
I went to court as one of us.
Also, it does not count as a valid placement for a license plate in the state of Ohio.
Of course not. It does not.
All right, I'll check on it after I check on the 06 values.
1606 radio. Could you start Rich's for a tow? And did you get anything back on that VIN?
I did not get anything back on that VIN. What is her name?
Copy. I believe last time I stopped her in this vehicle, I asked for a note to be added. Is there not one popping up? Tell her I'm towing it because she doesn't have a license.
Not that I'm seeing. I ran it through leads. Do you know what her first or last name is by chance?
I'll have to find it for you. Give me 1 second.
Burp.
10-4, I'll check.
I'm going to drive it. It has no place, right?
1606 radio. Her address should be in
Now she's
Elyria.
got certified mail to read from.
Well, it's probably the court occurrence.
Yep.
Ma'am, I don't appreciate your racial slurs. I gotta lose you. All we came to know, believe it, that's what God is doing.
1606 radio. I have a first and last name when ready. First name's Dominique, David Ocean Mike, Ida Nick, Ida Queen, Union Edward. Last name is Kamel, Charlie Adam Mike, Edward Leakin. didn't have a license, sovereign citizen, but I'll get a weed card.
There's her ID.
Of course.
Paid for that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you can help me out with this NCR. I don't know about Ohio, but in Iowa, you have to have a state issued ID. So if you don't have a driver's license, you go down and you get a state issued ID, and then you can use that for your medical marijuana card to get your medical marijuana.
Here in Ohio, you have to go to a doctor,
right?
And you have to go to your GP first, and
right.
They will have to send you to one of the specialists in the state that can issue out a card. And then you need to have either a valid driver's license or state issued ID to get the medical marijuana card, so you can go to dispensaries and get medical grade marijuana.
Right. In Iowa, you can only have one. So you either have a driver's license or you have a state issued ID. And if you get a state issued ID, then you're barred from getting a driver's license until you turn that in.
Same in
It's
Washington.
the same here.
Because they don't want
It's
people
the same thing.
duplicate for friends.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. You can take your driver's test, you can get there and pass it, all that. But if you have a state issued ID, before they will issue you out even your temporary license, you must surrender your state issued ID.
Right. So my point in all of that is, so she had to get a state issued ID, so she doesn't have a problem contracting with the state for an ID to get her weed. Just doesn't want to contract it for a driver's license.
Right.
Okay.
Well, here's the funny thing. If she's getting a state issued medical ID card for medical marijuana,
yeah,
she has to contract through the state through her doctor.
Right.
Because you can only get those cards from a licensed doctor who can issue out those cards from the government.
Oh, look at this! Looks like gummies.
Those are little pills.
I wonder if they're 25s or 500 milligrams. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go hit my candy stash.
You gonna have some of Gia's cookies?
No, I got my special gummies.
Did you need her social or DL?
Can you go with her social?
And the scratcher.
Copy. DUS and DSW, correct?
That's affirmative.
Just with us?
Affirmative.
Copy that. Here's a previous ticket you got from me.
Yeah, these people are just half. These people are just half-assed.
March 24th.
Yep. You can't have it both ways.
So
I have no idea what she's rattling on about. She's not a sovereign citizen, she's just a sovereign, and she's got Supreme Court rights to convey.
Who is this pulling up?
She said her mom's on her way to get the car.
Doesn't have plates.
Oh,
Got a private license plate.
car is getting towed.
This car.
Yeah, it has no license plate.
I know it does. That's what I told her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's the ticket I gave her before. I don't understand how she's sovereign, but she has enough of Ohio ID to get a medical marijuana card. A medical
There
marijuana.
you go.
Exactly, officer. That's
There you
exactly
go.
what we were discussing.
There you go.
Circle of fucking. Like, I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm not a sovereign citizen. It says that you just said you were. I'm sovereign. Okay.
I mean, she's able to use our currency as the United States. You know, she's got
Yep.
cash. She's got.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just a ring of insanity.
All the benefits, none of the responsibilities.
She tried pulling away from me when I hopped out because as soon as I got behind her, she came running.
Where she's using the United States mail system.
No jurisdiction.
So I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna go mail that for her.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna write her for obstructing, resisting, and
You know, I had to explain to my mom today the branches of sovereign citizenship.
yeah. Actually, I might just go off my last ticket that I wrote. I'll just copy and paste the code.
Could be worse. I had to explain chili to her
Non-compliance times
before.
3 and
Want to get her
fictitious.
wallet in her purse.
I guess you hear one say all the case laws are somebody. So I'm a sovereign citizen. Got to
Well, she did last time.
That was like 20-something minutes of back.
Good old backwoods tobacco rats.
I mean, at least it's not raining. I mean, they'd get moist if it was raining.
Moist. Moist.
Or moist.
Is that a lottery ticket?
Hey, Finley.
That's a contract with the state, isn't it?
Yeah, she's got a scratcher.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
I'll sit on the toe.
Then.
You have to have it.
And I'll go
you
mail
do.
for her, 'cause that seems pretty important, actually.
Okay.
She'll take that
Cool,
state
just send a
money,
copy
but
to
she
her.
won't follow
Alright,
the
so we can do
laws.
stuff tomorrow, right? New court date. Then she'll be seen on hold tomorrow. Am I good?
Yeah, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Stop
Is this
saying
thing
moist.
instructing today?
Hey, Mark, did you ever read that book, The Three Moisketeers?
I gotta go check on this out.
I didn't say moist, I said moist.
Whatever. I'm gonna take her there and get done with.
You said moist.
Very moist.
Hey, Phil,
Moist. What?
who's your favorite Disney character? Mickey Moist?
Yes.
NCR, you heard the new Indiana Jones movie?
No, what's it called?
Raiders of the Lost Moist.
Gia, do you want to get on the moistness?
No, thank you.
You know who's a surprisingly good MMA fighter? Rhonda Moisley.
New Tom Hanks movie, Moisture Impossible.
Hey, I'm gonna bring you back your return slip for this, okay? For your mail. Is that all right?
That's what I was going to do, duh. And you lost my other slip here.
What's the other slip? What? This one?
Yeah, I was going in there to pay for it.
How much is it?
$8 was the pay.
Okay.
Oh, Kova, now you don't have to say it, you just have to type it. We'll say it.
Apparently, there are both TV programs and films called Wet Dreams.
Wet Dreams.
Is even a Wet Dreams 2?
Return of the Moisture. Add a day in one Torchville strip. I knew you wanted me. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, we all want you, Phil.
Yeah.
There you go, Amazon.
You keep saying that, Becca, but you want me to strip. That's saying.
1606 radio. I have the last registered temp tag for this vehicle. It's Paul 645128. Just for info.
What's she yammering about?
I think something about putting a pants on.
Listen, I don't care about your opinion. Your opinion's old. How about that?
What?
I can do a private cam for you, Becca.
Who I want to be. I have a right to choose how I want to live. I can't nobody tell me how to live. Can't nobody tell me who to be. Can't nobody tell me anything.
Yes.
That's the problem.
1640 radio. 1640. Where is that animal right now?
Nobody gonna sit there and tell me that I can't go out and travel, even when it's moist. I mean, where?
And you're not God. You can't tell me what to do, and you can't tell nobody else what to do. Y'all put on them uniforms, and it makes you feel like you got a position of power, like you can treat people like shit. But that's not the case. Because as soon as you walked up to me, you were rude. You didn't come up to me and say, hey, you know what's going on today. You came up to me on some bullshit because you thought you had in your mind that I was a certain kind of person or a certain kind of way off top. But you don't know me. I got 16 active forms. Suspended license. Suspended license. How I choose to live. I'm not hurting you. I'm not committing no crimes. I didn't steal nothing from nobody. I
call bullshit.
I'm not dealing no drugs. Okay, I got a warrant. It's for a traffic ticket. When did I hurt anybody? Where's the victim?
Yeah, where's the victim?
Where's the victim? Do you see the state in court today?
You know this ain't gonna work. You know everything else, so where's the victim? You don't know what the victim is? Where's the victim in the crime? Go.
Do you personally know the state of Ohio?
That wasn't paid for. The slip just doesn't pay for it, so I can't do it. I tried. I called Lang before, and I was like, "Hey, just a heads up." Whatever.
It was just a dog running loose.
Look, it's still got the wrapping. And it's still got the price tag on the back.
I think this dog call is actually in that area, Edgewood and West.
Do you have her info? Yeah. Give me a chat to you.
Please do.
Thank you, sir. I owe you a beer.
Brown lab by chance.
Thought this guy said it was a Doberman Pinscher, but I don't know.
Well, that's all I have for Sovereign Citizen for this time. However, I do have a court cam. So we'll watch that. Comes from Court with Chrissy. They're always fun.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Chrissy.
Yeah, well, maybe next time. No bingos. That's true.
This isn't the first time I've shared a video where someone mentions they don't know how to pull over for a cop. Difficult, I know. But let's be nice to the kid. Not about that part. It's about his hair. He just moved. Obviously, his hairbrush is packed away in a box. I hope you like it. Court with Chrissy is now in session.
It's nice. Bit of a high versus Kyle Kozlowski. Mr. Kozlowski, can you hear us there? Mr. Kozlowski, can you hear us there?
Yes, now I can hear you. Thank you.
Let's go for a
delay.
speeding
Aye.
trial in this matter today. Did you wish to have a trial today, Mr. Kozlowski?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Morse here on behalf of the Law Director's Office. Mr. Kozlowski is participating via Zoom without an attorney. Mrs. Moore, would you like to make an opening statement?
We'd waive, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Kozlowski, would you like to say anything before we begin?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Moore, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. I call Trooper Evans to the stand.
Private Fair. Remain standing and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give in this case now being heard to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God or perjury. Yes, sir. Have a seat. State your full name, spell your last name.
It's Trooper Jeffrey S. Evans, and it's EVANS.
State your business address.
It's 2829 West Dublin Granville Road in Columbus.
Thank you.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Trooper Evans, how long have you been with the State Patrol?
I've been with the State Patrol for approximately 13 years.
Okay. And what are your current duties with the State Patrol?
Current duties, currently assigned to the aviation section, so I enforce the traffic laws from the air over the different airspeed zones across the state.
Oh my God, he's a real
we'll
pilot.
help with any type of pursuits or searches that may happen that day.
And how
Mark,
long have
take
you been
notes.
flying for the State Patrol?
I've been flying for about 7 years now for the State Patrol,
Okay. And how long have you been a pilot?
since 2018.
And were you on duty for the State Patrol on December 6th,
About as long as Mark's been in law school.
Yes, ma'am.
And what shift were you working that day?
That day I was working an 8 to 4 shift.
Not far off.
Okay. And were you operating a plane over an airspeed zone?
Yes, I was working the airspeed zone over Interstate 70, approximately milepost 132 in Licking County of Ohio.
Okay. And what kind of plane were you flying that day?
I was flying a high wing aircraft. It's called a Cessna 182.
And it is marked with the State Patrol emblem?
Yes, it's marked with a flying wheel on the back left of the airplane and right side of the airplane, and it says State Patrol on the top.
Okay. Now, is there a way that you can check vehicle speeds traveling on the highway via airplane?
Yes, so we have stopwatches that we use, and then there's markings on the roadway that are also on the road that are 2x4 markings. They're typically about a mile long. As far as the zone itself, they can be longer, but typically they're about a mile. And then they are set at a 4/4 increments.
Feet per
so they're
second.
1320.
Is that how they do it?
And then
Yeah.
we'll use the stopwatches to use those watches to start and stop the vehicles as they're going through the zones.
Okay. And the markings that you talk about on the roadway, when a car reaches that, is
Night
that
into
your
your-
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you make sure that those watchers are working accurately?
So we have 2 checks that we do. So on the 15th approximately of each month, we will do a timing function of the watches. We'll make sure that the watches are working properly. as their
Tomatoes, I
timing
think
function.
that's another attorney.
And that thing consists of monitoring a signal from the atomic clock, which is in Boulder, Colorado, which is the most accurate timekeeping device in the world. We will make sure we start and stop those watches.
Not
on a
according to
2-minute interval.
Chile.
And then if those watches are not to be found within inside the tolerances of 1 + 1 second, then we will go ahead and take those watches out of service and essentially throw them away. We do not replace the batteries. We'll get a new watch from a supervisor. And there's also a calibration check to make sure that the watches
No, he
are,
was driving a Cessna. Well, driving, flying a Cessna.
Those watches are compared to each other.
Driving a Cessna.
They have to match exactly.
Traveling.
Phil, here's something.
And those watches are ran for
What?
approximately 16
According
seconds.
to Sid logic,
Yes.
they could fly a plane without lessons because it's traveling.
Right.
They would have to have no lessons, no license. They could fly a plane.
Yes.
Hey, Mark, will you get on that plane?
Well, I could probably fly it a damn sight better than they could.
He just can't land. The problem with Mark isn't flying, it's the landing part. He has problems landing.
Those watches are found to be out of the tolerances as well. We'll take those watches out of service And we will
Yeah,
essentially film
182 is a
away
good plane.
and get a new watchman supervisor.
I may have had the
Okay.
privilege.
And were the watches checked on the date in question?
Yes.
And when were they checked?
They
Or
were
did you
checked
carry a stopwatch?
on that day. They were checked at 1300 hours and at 1505
Well, I
hours.
mean, yes.
Okay. And were they working properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you stated that you were flying a plane over Interstate 70 on the day in question.
Yes.
Was this area located in Licking Township, Licking County, state of Ohio?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the speed limit on I-70 there?
It's a posted 70-mile-an-hour zone.
And at approximately 3 p.m., what brought your attention to a vehicle traveling on that roadway?
There was a vehicle that was traveling above the posted speed limit or observed the posted speed limit and appeared to be traveling a lot faster than the other traffic.
So what did you do?
On this specific day, I noticed a white vehicle that was traveling in the left lane through the entire zone. I started the watch as the vehicle entered entered the second quarter, and I was able to check the speed at 97 miles an hour, and then he continued through the zone, still in the left lane at 93 miles an hour for that third quarter. And then that very last quarter, he slowed down to 85. That's when he exited the zone. And then I radioed down to the ground units to make sure we got the traffic stop.
So that's felony speed.
Were there any
Yep.
weather conditions that day that would interfere with your view of the roadway?
No.
Okay. So once you checked the vehicle speed,
Good luck with your insurance, dude.
Once I checked the vehicle speed and confirmed that I had the correct vehicle, I did not lose sight of the vehicle throughout the entire zone. I radioed down to the ground units and let them know the vehicle was exiting the zone, let them know that what the speed was and the time. And then I talked a trooper onto that vehicle and conducted a traffic stop with him.
okay. And after you had clocked the white vehicle, did you follow it all the way to the stop?
Yes. So that vehicle, I never lost sight of that vehicle throughout the entire zone. Never lost sight of it while talking to trooper on the vehicle, and never lost sight of it while it went to the right shoulder. And that's when the trooper made his traffic stop on it.
And did you confirm with the trooper that he had the correct vehicle?
Yes.
To be clear, I have never been pulled over for going 97. I may have been pulled over for going faster than 97, but not for 97.
Confirmed with him that he had the right vehicle on the correct vehicle on the right shoulder. Gave him the time and the speed of what we were going to take enforcement action.
For Mark and others, we have to clarify that that's miles per hour. 60 miles per hour equals about 100 kilometers an hour.
I believe they use mile per hour in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's about
in the UK we
150
do.
kilometers an hour.
Yeah, but in the UK, they use mile per hour.
Oh.
So he's familiar with it.
Yeah, we use different.
I think you have no
it
further
all
questions.
depends on.
Mr. Kozlowski, you have any questions? For
Sometimes you use metric, sometimes you don't. It gets
No,
complicated.
I would mostly
Hey,
correct the
Pants.
story other than that I do not believe I was actually in the left lane at any point. I was in the center lane throughout this because I remember being passed from the left
I
lane.
assume they have video
You have
as
any
well.
questions for the trooper?
Yep.
Not at this time, no.
Okay. You may step down. Make all your next witness.
I called Trooper Miller to the stand.
I wasn't in the right lane. I was in the center lane, which is okay.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give in this case now being here truly true, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, or ever going to perjury.
I do.
Have a seat. State your full name, spell your last name.
Trooper Brian Miller, MILLER, 3855 Outville Road, Granville, Ohio, 43023.
Thank you, sir.
May proceed.
In Australia, they don't use kilometers in Australia. They use kph, which is kangaroo, or they use khb, which is kangaroo hops per minute.
Thank you. Trooper Miller, were you working an airspeed zone on December 6, 2024?
I was.
And on that day, were you wearing a uniform like the one you're wearing today?
I was.
Were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
I was.
And are you familiar with that airspeed zone?
I am.
Okay. Have you worked it before?
Many times.
Okay. And have you had a chance to measure the lines in the airspeed zone?
I have.
And how did you do that?
Both with roll tape and with laser and with our, odometer tracking system in our cruiser.
And are they at least 1,320 feet apart?
They are.
Okay. Now, on the date in question at approximately 3 p.m., did you receive a message from Trooper Evans, who was flying an airplane above the airspeed zone?
I did.
And as a result of that message, what did you do?
As Trooper Evans guided me to the vehicle as it came out of the airspeed zone, I proceeded to get behind the vehicle, activated my overhead light bar, and initiated a traffic stop of the vehicle in question. Trooper Evans confirmed when I was behind the correct vehicle, when the correct vehicle was going to the shoulder, and when I had the vehicle stopped. He then confirmed or validated the time of the violation and the exact speed of the violation.
Okay. Did you approach the vehicle?
I did.
Did you have a chance to speak with the driver of that vehicle?
I did.
And was he identified as Kyle Kozlowski?
He was.
And I know he's not in the courtroom here today, but do you see him on the screen in front of you? Does that appear to be the same person that you stopped in the vehicle on the day in question? And did you advise him of the violation?
I did.
Do you recall any conversation you had with him?
I don't recall. I think he may have questioned. He didn't think he was going that fast, but I don't recall the specifics of the conversation.
And was he then issued a citation?
He was.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Kozlowski, you have any questions for the trooper?
No questions other than to thank him for his patience, because I was very confused as to how to pull over because it never happened before, but he was very patient and professional about it. So thank you for that.
You may step down.
Thank you.
Anything else today, Mrs. Moore?
No, Your Honor, we rest.
Okay. Mr. Kozlowski, would you like to testify today?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Please
Yeah.
raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you're about to give in the case not being heard should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Ooh, yay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You want to tell me what happened?
Thank you,
Yes.
Jim. You're not supposed to be here.
I was driving into center lane throughout this, following traffic around me. There was a car to the left of me that was going my speed or faster, and I was
Hold on a second,
confused by
Mr.
my
Kozlowski.
speed because of this.
You able to turn your microphone up for us there?
Sorry, I just moved, so everything is a bit chaotic over here. But yeah, is this any better?
That's a little better, yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just speak up.
Mark, we are having a question in chat. It says the Australian unit of measure is kangaroos per hour. What is the equivalent in sheep per hour in Scotland?
Well, they don't really use the equivalent. They just use like a bar. It's like a it's like a pressure bar. The louder the bar, the quicker you go in.
Okay.
Force.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Okay. Yes,
And Becca brings up an excellent point. Since Jim can't abide by his own rules, we're adding a day.
Absolutely.
For the $2 super chat instead of the 0.4 of a day, which it would normally be.
Yep.
As their
Bad Jim.
Bad Jim. Bad Jim.
I was driving in the center lane, following traffic around me, and there was a car in the left lane next to me that felt like it was going about my same speed. And this was my first time driving in a long time, so I just kind of was focusing on the road and matching the speed around me, trying to, drive well since it had been a while. So I do not disagree with the officers beyond me being in the
Thank you, Pants.
And mostly coming out today because I've never been stopped before and kind of wanted to see the proceedings, as well as ask if there were any possibility for leniency or a charge to be reduced, since this is my first violation and I've never
This is
been
a
in a
felony,
situation before.
Isn't it?
Anything else you'd like to say today?
Depends on the state. I don't know.
Yeah. 20 over in California
That
is
is
a
all
felony.
There's more?
No questions.
Okay. Any other evidence you'd like to present today, Mr. Kozlowski?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Is more anything in closing?
We'd rest on the evidence, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Kozlowski, do you want to say anything in closing?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Based on the evidence presented here today, I find you guilty of speeding. That's a $64 fine and court costs. Any questions about that?
$4. Wow. I would drive 97 there for them. Well, I had to fix it.
His insurance company is going to have a say. Don't worry.
Okay, to answer some of our questions here. Let's see. We are at 1,498 days in total. Jim has 327 days to go to 5 years. Coke Dog is banned for 623 days. He has 107 days to go to 2 years. What Jim has to give up is Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is next. When, not if, when we reach the 5-year mark.
Now, I never had Jimmy John's, so I don't care. Ban me.
I haven't had it either, so yeah.
Do you have Jimmy John's in the UK? I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Maybe in London.
We might do some in some random place.
Everything
It's supposed to
Jim
be
eats is
Cheesecake
crap
Factory.
anyway. We're doing him
You
a
hate
favor.
everything. You hate everything.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that brings us to the end of another wonderful show. We will try this again next American Monday. America. We're going to take tomorrow off to observe the Memorial Day holiday, so we hope everyone has a wonderful holiday, and don't call us. We're not bailing you out. Any last words, Gia?
Night, everyone. Be safe.
Touche!
Thank you to those who gave their all.
And Mark the Sarcastic Law Pug, thank you for coming, and any last words?
By your command.
And my last word is moist. Good night, everybody. Be generous to your waitress because Mark's picking up the tab.